Keesha, you're sitting here right now because Memphis betrayed you. How are you feeling, and how are you feeling about Memphis?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm very hurt. It hurt my feelings so much. I couldn't stop crying the other night. I just feel like I've done so much for him. I've literally turned the votes around before. I mean, I had people hating me because of sticking up for him.
Why did you?
I liked Memphis. I thought he was a good competitor. Apparently he is. And I thought that I actually, could have went far with him. I feel okay about him, though. I know that he just did it for the game.
But would you have done it to him?
I would never have done this to him.
Do you think he evicted you because he thought you too much of a threat, or simply because he was closer to others?
I think that Memphis found me to be a threat. Honestly, I've had a lot of time to think about this, and I think what his problem was is that he was afraid that I would choose Dan in the end, or Dan would choose me in the end.
Would you have chosen Dan in the end?
Possibly.
What would you have based it on? Who you could win against?
I really wasn't sure who I was going to choose. I was just going to wait and see how things went and how people acted in the house.
Was Jerry ever in the mix, in the running?
No.
Why not? That was a quick no.
Jerry and I have butted heads a little bit towards the end, and he was never an option for me. Dan and Memphis have stood beside me through a lot. I feel like I've stood beside them, and that's what I was going off of.
What are your feelings towards Dan right now?
I love Dan. I do. I think he is such a sweetheart. I don't know what I would have done without Dan, actually.
Seemed like a kid brother to you almost a bit.
He was. He was a little brother. The night before I left, he built a wall between us on the bed so that we could sleep together, and no one would think anything about it.
And your feelings towards Jerry?
I think Jerry... I think that Jerry is a good competitor, or he wouldn't be there still. But I think Jerry's age had a lot to do with why Jerry's still in the house.
What do you mean?
It's kind of like they kept taking Jerry through just because, we'll get him out later. We'll get him out later. That was everybody's. Jerry said some things that people our age would never get away with saying.
Like what?
I don't think we would be liked. Calling Dan a Judas. I don't think anyone can forget that. So I just think that Jerry got away with a lot more because he's 75 years old.
Let's talk about Rennie. We saw the two of you grow very close, and she was evicted last Thursday. How was it playing this game and being in the house without your buddy there?
I love Rennie. I absolutely love Rennie. I've never met anyone like her. The first week, I didn't know what to think of her. But she is an amazing person, and when she left, I sound so corny, but I keep saying it feels like a piece of me left with her.
Did you find it harder to compete without her there?
No, not so much. It was more of a personal level with Rennie.
We saw your emotions go all over the place in this house. At times there was a lot of anger, tears. What was it about this house that brought out these emotions in you?
This house is so surreal. You're in there with all these people with all these different personalities, and you're constantly being talked about. And in life, normally, you wouldn't even put yourself in that situation, but you have no choice. You have to be around these people. So my emotions were just all over the place.
Did you know what to expect?
No.
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought I was prepared, but I was not as prepared as it turned out to be.
You said that you were one of the people in the house that probably knew this game the least, and yet you made it to the Final Four. What does it take to survive in this house?
I just think that you have to observe a lot to survive in this house. I don't think you can be too upfront too fast. I think you just got to hold back a little bit and, just observe and watch how people really are.
And April, what about your reunion with her coming up in the jury house? How do you predict that's going to go?
I think April's probably too busy with Ollie, so I'm not going to have to worry much about her.
Do you think it will be less tense between the two of you because there won't be a competition for $500,000 in the jury house, or you think?
I just don't think that April and I will probably ever get along, to be completely honest.
And what about Libra? How would you describe your relationship with her?
That was a weird relationship.
Yeah.
I have never experienced anything like that in my life. And I like Libra. It was just a very awkward relationship.
Will you be friends with her after this is all over?
I would be friends with Libra afterwards.
You were very loyal to her from the get-go. You even stated it in front of everyone in the house. Was that a smart thing to do?
Probably not.
Well, you did get to the Final Four, we should say that. Well, while you're away, there's been a lot of news that's been happening in the world, and we like to play a little game of true, false current events. You know, there's nothing at risk here. There's no slop on the line, no HOH title.
No punishment.
So you ready? Yes,
I'm
no
ready.
punishment. Okay. True or false? All three major networks, CBS, ABC, and NBC, got together to host a telethon, raising more than $100 million to fight cancer.
False.
It's true. The event was hosted by all three network news anchors and had stars performing and answering phones to take pledges. True or false? New England's Patriots star quarterback Tom Brady injured his knee in his first game of the season and will have to sit out the entire season.
False.
True. It was a devastating blow to the team, and it happened in the first quarter of the first game. True or false? In a dramatic corporate strategy shift, GM and Ford have both stopped production on every version of their SUV-style vehicles. This, in their words, is an effort to work towards energy independence.
False.
It is false. We made it up. Okay. Britney Spears is back after a disastrous attempt at a comeback in 2007. Britney Spears proved that she still has it this year at the Video Music Awards. Spears won 3 coveted Moon Men Awards.
I hope this one is true.
It is true. She won for Best Pop Video, Best Female Video, and Video of the Year. Go Britney. True or false? Superstar Oprah Winfrey has retired. The talk show host, who in 2007 opened the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls, has decided to relocate to South Africa to become more involved in the school and help train leaders of tomorrow.
False.
It is false. We made that one up too. You ready for one more?
One more.
Okay. Madonna has angered many Catholics worldwide. While performing in Rome, she dedicated her song, Like a Virgin, to Pope Benedict XVI.
I hope that's false.
It's actually true. But this is not the first time she's offended the Catholic Church. In 2006, she was accused of blasphemy, and in 1990, the church called her performances satanic. You did all right. You got some of them. You've been locked away for a long time. Does this house make you paranoid?
This house makes you very paranoid. I'm probably going to hear voices for a very long time.
Like Keesha, please go to the diary room.
Yes, exactly.
What's the first thing you want to do when you get back to your regular life?
I just can't wait to see my family. It's been so long. And my dog, my little gizmo.
You guys get really homesick at this point in the game?
It's rough. It's very rough. I just started sleeping a lot to kind of pass away the time. It's, wow.
Yeah. Well, Keesha, you helped decide who's going to win this game. We're going to see you back here with everyone for the big reunion, the live finale, 1 week from tonight.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Keesha.
Thank you.
You're welcome.